Stages of development. 1. Conderstanding. Oatkazi. 2. Contributing. 3. Goguing. Bruise 4. Problem solving. 5. Leadership. Here's how these could be explained in detail, applied to Woodward Academy's context. 1. Understanding. Meaning. This is the stage where a student, staff member, or team member learns about Woodward's culture, expectations, values, and systems. A new student learns the school's honor code, gets familiar with class schedules, and understands the importance of respect and diversity in the community. 2. Contributing. Stands how things work. They start participating actively, sharing ideas, helping others, and engaging in activities. A student joins a club, helps classmates during a group project, or volunteers at a school service event. Confronting. Facing challenges directly, addressing conflicts respectfully, and speaking up about problems or injustices. A student addresses a misunderstanding with a peer by discussing it calmly rather than avoiding it, or respectfully questioning something that seems unfair. Problem solving. Applying creativity, critical thinking, and collaboration to find solutions to challenges. Students work together to improve a club event that faced low attendance, or a class group project overcomes a technical problem by dividing tasks and using everyone's strengths. Taking initiative, guiding others, and inspiring positive change while modeling the values of Woodward Academy. A student serves as a team captain, leads a volunteer drive, or mentors younger students to help them succeed academically and socially. 8 process points. Norms are the expected behavior of a group. Norms are the standards that develop in a group for control of behavior. Example, the speed limit is S5, but most people go 60. The norm of the group would be that it is okay to go 5 over the speed limit. Leadership struggle is who controls the group. Who controls the topic, the flow of communication, or how and when group members communicate? Subgroups are simply a group within a group, often with a common cause. Nonverbals are communications without verbal expression. Communication flow is how the communication is directed within a group. In a cohesive group, communication is directed to one group member. In a non-cohesive group, communication flow is sporadic. Hidden agenda is a feeling, positive or negative, that is not being shared. Facilitator style refers to the facilitator of the group. Are they being passive or active? Do they create opportunity or force direction? Trust level is an ongoing process. We utilize the then and there, here and then, and here and now lingo to gauge this. Delinquent diamond C attached diamond sheet. 3-way norms are created. Through leadership, by accident, out of necessity. Knights Club. The purpose of the Knights Club is to establish a positive peer influence on campus. The goal is to recognize students who do things the Woodward Academy way, and to positively pressure students into wanting to be part of the cool group on campus. Students must first demonstrate positive behavior to earn their pledge status. Students must then complete their pledge packet. After, the dorm team will decide if the student has reached Knight status. Force field. The force field is one tool we utilize at Woodward Academy to monitor students' progress in the program and their weekly behaviors. We utilize it in a variety of ways, including tracking patterns, identifying red flag students, involvement in positive activities, plans for improving the student culture, recognition of student behaviors, etc. Some things to consider when doing the force field include, were the reads accurate? Are the students going to be surprised by their rating? Was it used as a weapon? Was it made black and white? Were students compared? Were staff firm, fair, and consistent? Are we using our gut feeling and working daily to support or deny our gut feeling? Were decisions made on consensus? And how are the ratings going to be shared with the students? 4 most important aspects of campus programming: DCG, norms, Knights Club, team meeting, emergency procedures. Fire, take the students to the designated area, outside or to the back hall if safe, quickly, quietly, and calmly. Have students count as they exit the building and get an accurate count as soon as possible. A point person will call 222 to report a fire alarm has gone off. Staff and students will remain away from the affected area until an all clear has been given by the supervisor in charge. Tornado. If a tornado watch has been given, all students need to be taken inside. If a tornado warning is issued, all students need to go to an interior room, bathrooms on the floors, gym or hallways at school, and sit quietly for further instructions. Students and staff must remain there until an all-clear signal has been given. Suicidal comments or gestures. If a student makes suicidal comments, staff must inform the nurse on call. You should talk to the student about the comments and have as much information as possible when you call the nurse. If the nurse decides the student should be placed on suicide precautions, follow the Woodward Academy policy in place. Items the student could use to hurt himself need to be taken from the student, and he should be within eyesight of staff at all times, arm's length if level 2. Truancy. If a student runs from Woodward Academy, do not pursue him alone. Note what he is wearing and the direction he went, and call staff support night base. A point person will direct the search efforts from night base. Return all students to the dorm, get an accurate count, and send staff to night base, leaving enough staff on the floor for proper safety and supervision. If assigned to search, stay with your partner and stay in your designated search area. A point person will be available to begin conducting an investigation. Injury. Provide first aid to an injured student as required. Notify a nurse immediately and follow all instructions given by the nurse. It is not staff's call to assess an injury or do something against the nurse's directive. Ukeru means to receive. Ukeru is trauma-informed and can be utility in mean situation when speaking to or working with youth. The Ukeru pad should be used to try to help avoid a ESI, Emergency Safety Intervention. Critical incidents. Woodward Academy utilizes emergency safety interventions only for the following criteria: causing injury to self and causing injury to others. If a critical incident occurs, immediately contact the nurse, the supervisor on call, and make sure all other students are properly supervised. That staff contacting the nurse should have the following information for the nurse: student name, state from, time of ESI started, and location of where the incident occurred. After the situation has been neutralized, the initiating staff must fill out the required paperwork on Panda. Primary Strategies Woodward Academy uses primary strategies to plan for activities, to ensure our systems are in place, and to help make activities go as smoothly as possible. Some examples of developing primary strategies for a football game include knowing where the game is being played, having the proper equipment prior to starting, deciding on rules with the group prior to starting, establishing an end time and what to do in case of a tie, dividing into teams, deciding what staff will be playing or spotting, what students who are not playing will be doing, plans in case of an emergency or critical incident, letting the rest of campus know where you will be, etc. DEA, distance. This refers to staff's proximity to students. Are we involved with what is going on? Are we able to hear and monitor all conversations students are having? Are we active within the group, not patrolling the edges of the group? Eyesight. There should never be a time that any students are out of staff's eyesight. We must have eyes on students at all times. Awareness. This refers to awareness of our students, and more specifically, our awareness of red flag students and behaviors. Staff must know the kids they are in charge of supervising. Some things to be aware of include gang affiliation, acting out behaviors, bad phone calls, students being involved in critical incidents, student relationships, past behaviors, etc. CPR. This is utilized within both the staff and student culture. Communication. Staff and students have to communicate all relevant information and behaviors to each other in a timely manner. If a EC is used on a student on campus, every staff member should know about that prior to their next shift. Students are expected to communicate dorm and campus issues to each other before scheduled meetings. Everybody on campus should know about significant behaviors, upcoming activities, campus focuses, etc. Preparation. Preparation refers to being ready for all activities, meetings, and responsibilities. We push to the students to come prepared for their roles in all meetings and to review it prior with staff. Again, everybody on campus should know about in these events activities, behaviors, and focuses prior to and have been involved in planning their roles in these events. Role modeling. All staff and students are held to the standard of role modeling the expectation of Woodward Academy. This is one of our main tools in providing excellent programming, safety and supervision, and positive students. Nobody is above the norms. 7 conditions of feedback. Should be wanted, should be immediate, should be about something a person can change, should be given with empathy in a helping manner, should provide alternate solutions, should be specific rather than general, can be checked for accuracy through other group members. 3 ways to deal with a hidden agenda. Expose it, deal with it, move on. Helping steps. C. Student observes another student's behavior of concern, behavior that holds a student back from his or her goals, behavior that is hurtful to themselves or others. Offer. Student approaches the student and offers to help. Start by offering to help. This is a question to the student. If she or he does not want help or doesn't respond, then conversation is over between the students. Respect their decision. If she or he responds by wanting help, give appropriate help and advice. Remember to respect others' space, talk in a calm, helpful manner, offer alternatives to student, if able to, etc. Talk. Student speaks to staff if conversation is around the following: assault, AWOL, self-harm, or unhealthy boundaries with another student, then the student offering help should let a staff know. If the student they are talking to is not willing or able to inform staff, this should be done as soon as possible so said student can receive help from a staff. Talk to staff if student is not open to the offer of help, regardless of the initial behavior. Leader carries himself with a sign of confidence, indicated through his physical and intellectual abilities. Sometimes he is a silent leader. When he talks, everyone listens. He models the normative behavior for the group and communicates in a sophisticated manner. Con artist often establishes a strong interactive communication flow with staff and is the communication link between staff and the big crowd. Always getting over and making deals. He has the protection of the power, acts according to the group he interacts with. Isolate, position that most new students take upon entering the group. For many, this position is temporary due to their physical strength, maturity, and intelligence. Wean isolates will move into the small crowd, while strong isolates will move into the big crowd. Loner. He keeps to himself as a defense against attack by the group dyad, subgroup of 2 persons who support and protect each other. When they are not together, they are usually loners. Lieutenant, strong arm, the leader's right-hand person, usually verbal and very supportive of the leader. He often does the leader's dirty work. Gopher, a person who is go for. He will do things, give up his seat, give another student his food, and so forth, in exchange for being left alone. Scapegoat. He's the weakest member of the group. Most of the students pick on him. The group pushes the majority of the problems onto him.